Without anesthesia, the medical students dug out the patient's wounds while they sat in the dirt. It was a crude setup, but it was necessary. If secondary skin infections aren't removed before they reach the bone, they'll travel through the bloodstream and infect the entire body. This is video that Becky shot on one of her first trips to India. It shows a woman named Saral, whose foot infection had reached that critical stage.
We do it in the dirt with no anesthesia. You can tell it was hard. She kept trying to pull her foot away, and she finally just asked her 13-year-old grandson to hold her foot so she wouldn't pull it away. She's raised him since he was 13 days old, and they're very bonded. His parents died at that point. If you can't get out to beg, then you die of starvation. In this particular case, the infection had reached the bone, and we had to tell her that her foot needed to come off. And she was just inconsolable because she knew that that meant she would starve to death because she couldn't go begging, and then she worried about who would care for her grandson when she was gone.
I am the only one who has this fate. I have brothers, but nobody takes care of me. Nobody is there. I'm the only one left as an orphan.
The medical students were able to stop the spread of the infection without amputating Saral's foot. But she was possibly days away from what she considered a death sentence. Saral would have died alone with no one to look after her grandson. She knew she couldn't go to her family for help.
I am a sick person, so they will shun me. Why should I go to them to live like that? It's only because of my grandson that I want to live on. If it wasn't for him, I would have found out a way to reach God.